Talitha.
Okay.
Welcome back to Two Unhinged Trash Pandas. I'm Kissy.
I'm lit. I feel like only one of us is unhinged today.
I think both of us are unhinged today.
No, I'm about to get there.
Oh, I see. So you're catching up?
Yeah, you're pretty unhinged, and that makes me
Well,
unhinged.
I think we should probably talk about the elephant in the room.
It's not really nice of you to call your foot an elephant.
No, but we should really tell our listeners, don't you think?
That you fracture yourself again.
Well, they don't know for sure if it's fractured.
Okay.
So I have these fainting spells because I have POTS. And
She also likes pots.
I do. But I was not high at any time during these falls. But I spent the time in the emergency room Friday and Saturday. And Friday, my blood pressure was extremely low. We could not get my pulse over 50. So that was that. They sent me home sick, stopped one of my medications. Saturday, I fell hard in the bathroom, and then I had to be lowered to the floor and was told that I had to go in whether I wanted to or not.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So come to find out that I maybe fractured my ankle. It's splinted with a cast and ace wrap right now, which is really annoying and about 3 seconds away from just cutting off because my ankle doesn't hurt.
You are not 3 seconds away. You're like 3 million seconds past that because you were telling me last night.
It's very annoying. So I'm hobbling around with a semi-cast on my leg.
Semi-cast. It's been written on.
Yep, and drawn on.
And it's like an ace bandage.
Yep.
With marker all over it.
Yeah, it's kind of fabulous. But yes, that was my weekend. Happy 4th of July to me. Fuck. No.
I mean, it's typical. It's typical.
It is.
You.
It's not the first time I've done that before. You would think they'd figure out what the hell was causing it too.
You would think so, but you're a pickle.
I'm a pickle. I got a pickle.
You're kind of a big deal.
I got big deal. Oh boy. So we're back for part 2 of Gilgo Beach.
Part 2.
Yes, there's more. Lots more.
But wait.
What? There's more.
And here's the thing about there's more. We don't know how much more there actually is.
No, we don't. That is factual.
We only know what has been found so far and what's been admitted to.
Yep.
But we don't know how many people rest there.
No, we don't. I feel like they should take that beach and just make it a memorial and nobody should be able to go on that beach.
It's a beach.
I know, but all those women lost their lives and their bodies were there. It's just, I don't feel like taking my kids there and all of a sudden them coming up to me like, look, mommy, I found a femur.
I feel like if we looked at it that way, though, we'd probably have to not go to any beach.
I mean, yeah, that's probably true.
If I had never showed you a Gilgo Beach documentary, you would have gone there not thinking anything of it and gone to that beach.
Probably, but the reason for going to New York would have been to see Mariska on Broadway. She's done now, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Which is sad.
It was only supposed to be a couple weeks.
God, she's amazing.
Yeah, so anyway.
Back to.
we can't just stop swimming at all the beaches.
Well, I'm not a beach swimmer anyway. I'm a pool girl.
But have you been to a beach?
Well, are we talking ocean beach or lake beach?
I don't feel like ocean beach and lake beach are even remotely the same.
No, okay, so lake beach, no, because I can't stand the seaweed and all the thought of maybe a fish biting my feet.
Have you been to an ocean beach?
No, I think I might be a little bit better.
They sometimes have seaweed too.
But it's so pretty.
It all really depends on the beach you go
Right.
to, because there's lakes that are perfectly clear without seaweed too.
And I'm just a priss sometimes. I mean, I do eat with my pinky up.
You can do a lot of things with your pinky up,
I do.
right? You
Yeah. Yep.
drink, you eat,
I talk
talk.
sometimes.
You,
Anyways,
you talk all the time.
yeah, sometimes people can't get me to shut up. Thank God I have a boyfriend that likes to listen to me talk.
I don't know if he actually hears what you say.
I would say he hears about 90% of what I say.
I think he's been telling you this whole time that he can't hear just so he has an excuse when he's
I
not
think so.
listening, like
Probably.
most men.
Probably.
So we still haven't announced who the killer is. That's what we're
Nope.
doing this episode.
Yep.
So I am going to first of all do our vocab word.
Okay.
And this is a Talitha contribution.
Oh, I like that.
Because I feel like I do this a lot of nights.
Probably.
High search,
Mm.
which is basically just a state of being high while searching things.
Yep.
It's like I go to search one thing and all of a sudden I can break down for you the whole Victorian embalming process or something.
That is a very random thought. But I do feel like sometimes when we are high and doing the high search, we do our best research.
Especially we get the best videos of you
Well, yeah,
and your expressions that
I
you make
know.
at everything.
I know. I was holding a cat the other day and doing research.
Yeah, that's typical for me too.
Yeah, you know, Peach just needed some love.
So, definition: to become delightfully elevated before diving headfirst into an intense research rabbit hole, resulting in unusually profound theories,
Mm.
excessive note taking, and at least one completely unrelated Wikipedia page.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Just one.
Just one. 100.
Million.
It's like, don't text Kissy after 8 p.m. She's probably high searching and currently has 43 tabs open.
That's factual. It's a good thing I bought a printer. I had to get black ink already for it.
There's a reason I said to get what I said to get, but people only half listening
What
to
did
me.
you say to get?
The Epson.
I did.
Eco tank.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, was that a bigger black thing?
Yeah, it's a bigger black thing.
That's not what I meant to say. Bigger printer cartridge.
It's where you can just refill them.
Oh.
You got a Canon.
Yeah, I like it though.
Yeah, I like Canon too. I just like the ink on these.
All right.
All right. I do have a mini creeper.
Okay.
It could be a bigger creeper, but I'll make it mini.
Yeah, probably because we got a lot of stuff to go through.
So my mini creeper is the Black Widow of Florida.
Of Florida?
Well, there's a lot of Florida
That's
things.
funny. My dishonorable mention is also Florida.
Ooh, do that first.
Okay, we're gonna do the dishonorable mention.
Yeah.
All right, so we're calling this a Florida couple's unusual night out.
Okay.
A Florida date took a wild turn when a couple drove a riding lawnmower nearly 4 miles to a downtown sports bar demanding valet service. Kevin Harlow, 55, and Denise Harlow, 51, pulled up to the valet lane at just under 8 miles per hour, headlights shining with a Bluetooth speaker blasting classic rock. They handed the ignition key to the baffled valet, asking if the mower qualified for complimentary service. Witnesses reported the couple's amusing antics included tipping the valet with a cold Gatorade and 2 lottery scratch offs, requesting the mower be parked in the shade to avoid engine overheating, insisting the cup holder counted as a center console, and asking the staff to warm it up before their dinner. They were both arrested after ignoring repeated instructions to leave the premises. As they were escorted to patrol cars, Kevin shouted, "At least don't charge me for valet." So there you go, people. Let's all go to Florida because lots of shit happened down there that's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
So we've got somebody riding an alligator and now somebody riding a lawnmower.
I mean, but the gator does sound kind of fun.
It does sound kind of fun
As
and
long
dangerous.
as long as it's not chomping at me.
No, I don't want to chomp at me.
We like do that.
Tape thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always
Something.
feel like that's mean.
Yeah, I wonder about that too. I
Like, you
mean,
can't do that to anybody else. It would be considered like I couldn't do that to my kids.
well, as long as you leave their nostrils
Well,
unplugged so that they can still breathe.
there are days, trust me. Like,
All right, so back in Florida.
wait, can we get light in here?
Meanwhile, back at the ranch. No.
Okay. Go on.
She needs better glasses, folks.
No, my glasses are fine.
Okay, so Judy Buenonano.
Bueno Nato. What a name.
Buenonano. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong.
Bueno Nano.
Anyway, I thought since we're doing this whole serial killer thing, oftentimes people think that serial killers are just men.
Correct.
Well, she's known as the Black Widow because she murdered at least 3 of her husbands.
Charming.
And she wasn't like sneaky about it. She like used a car bomb, poisoning, like it was all just like super obvious. You
Right.
couldn't be accidental.
Well, I don't think if you set a car bomb off, it's accidental.
Right. Like the fact that she got away with this as long as she did is crazy to me. So in 1971, she marries. Oh my gosh, where did his name go?
We have a missing husband.
We have a missing husband, guys. Okay, well, apparently my long notes are too long. So give me 1 second. And
she'll find the missing
No,
husband.
it's right here.
Okay, good.
It's right here. So her name was Judy Goodyear.
Did they own the Goodyear Tire Company?
I don't think so. I don't think that she was related at all. I don't even know, honestly, if Judy Goodyear was her real name or if that was just a fake name and then she changed it to Buenonano.
Do you know that when I was a kid, I was afraid of the Goodyear blimp?
I'd say that makes sense. But it would make more sense if you said the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Nope, Goodyear blimp. I used to run inside and hide.
Were you afraid I was going to crash?
I don't know why I was afraid of it. I just know I was terrified of it.
Because I can imagine you thinking about the Hindenburg and
Probably.
just getting freaked out.
Yeah.
All things German.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. We got a special coming up.
We got a special coming up.
A kissy special.
Let me tell you, girl.
All right. So Judy's husband, James Goodyear,
Okay.
gets a mysterious bug after Vietnam. He plays the devoted wife / nurse, all the while she's the one poisoning him.
Of course.
The result of this, died of natural causes. $28,000 in insurance payout.
She got a big old payout.
And this was in 71, so
that's
$28,000 is a little. I mean, I wouldn't sneeze at $28,000 at once, but back then that was even more. Well, she did have a son with him, and in 1980, they were on a canoe trip.
Okay.
And he had leg braces, and they used it as an anchor in the water to have a tragic accident. And she got $125,000 payout for that.
So she killed her son. Jesus.
So yeah, so far we're going from slow poisoning to
just aggressive
accidents, to drowning accidents. So now the bomb. After exhuming her first husband, James, after exhuming his body, they realized that his arsenic and his levels of arsenic were hundreds of times higher. And then she started to get less subtle. Like, she got away with it the first time, so she didn't even try anymore after that. I mean, the drowning of her own son.
Jeez. Hi, Hino.
She was calling him up, and then it's surprised when he comes up.
How is he so much bigger than Peach?
Cause you got prissy little girls. I got sweet little man boys.
And his tail.
So they exhume his body. They exhume his body because this is now. That felt really weird. I thought that was his foot. Woo! Because after the son in 1983, then her next boyfriend, she tried to kill with a car bomb.
Oh, Jesus.
But he got out. He somehow survived it, and she tried to kill him in the hospital then, too.
Dude was bold.
And she had another son. I don't even know if it was actually her son or if she just told people it was, because they had a romantic relationship. Clearly not the one she murdered.
Clearly.
I've seen a few different documentaries on her where they show, like, he rents an apartment, but people talk about her being there all the time and being only a one bedroom and there's only one bed in there. And so people were really confused about that.
I would say so.
And so I just have a hard time believing that she murdered one son only to fuck the other one. So
weird.
I'm guessing that was not her actual son.
Probably not.
Well, anyway, I'm trying to make this short because I do have actually 13 pages on her.
How do you have 13 pages?
Because that is how twisty the story of her
Maybe
is.
we should have made it a long episode.
We still can. This is just like, I wanted to kind of just counteract a little bit the fact that we are most often going to be talking about men when we talk serial killers.
Yep.
So I just wanted to throw a little one in here to say, yes, there are women serial killers. At her trial, she ends up guilty on multiple counts, including murder and attempted murder. And she was the first woman executed in Florida since 1848, and she was executed in 1998.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And like when her son would have friends over and everything, she was the cool mom that all the kids loved. She always seemed to have money and the best things. Well,
there you go. That's why.
That's why, because she's murdering all of her husbands
for their insurance money.
For the insurance money.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, just a pretty baby. Yes.
You know, he's all curled up here, getting loved on.
He's a pretty baby. He's all purry like. Yeah.
All right. So where do we want to start here?
Well, I think as far as timeline goes, we need to start with the fact that a task force was formed.
So in 2022.
Yep.
So yes, the case actually gets back on track.
It does.
Kind of like nothing happened.
Yep. It wasn't exactly a cold case, but it wasn't exactly an active case.
Right. And a big part of this was that shady officer.
It was. So in 2002, no, 2022,
Yes.
they formed the task force and they literally started looking at all the evidence immediately. They went through everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Everything. So they ended up going back to, what's her name, Amanda?
Amber.
Amber.
Yep.
And her friend, who had very clearly described this man. So the information that they had this whole time is what ends up helping them get him.
And they had all the evidence sitting right there. It was literally in front of them this whole time, and they didn't do anything about it until the task force was formed.
Yeah. So they go back to this information, and Amber's friend had said he looked like an ogre,
Mm-hmm.
and he drove a green
First
edition Avalanche.
Yep.
So, first edition Avalanche, first of all, that right there is enough to get him.
Yes, correct.
But then on top of that, you have that ugly ass color.
Oh,
It was ugly. And then somebody who looks like an ogre.
yep.
That could not, even back then, that could
No,
not have been difficult.
to recognize.
No,
No, not
they
at
should have
all.
easily. And everything that I have watched about him too, that green Avalanche was just parked everywhere. It's not
Yeah.
like he tried to hide it from
No,
anybody.
he wasn't trying to hide anything from anybody.
No, he just thought he was so smart.
Mm-hmm.
But that one shady cop ruined it that whole time. Left others out of the case.
Mm-hmm.
Left information just sit there that should have been worked on.
Refused help from outside agencies like the FBI.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have it.
Ugh.
It just messed up everything.
What a piece of work.
Yeah.
So just having that new task force formed really
made a big difference.
Yeah. I mean, Shannon broke the case open because they would have, I don't want to say they would have never found all those bodies.
Yeah, but it was more unlikely.
Yeah, it took her having that panic 911 call. And here's the thing. As far as I know, to this day, they still do not believe foul play on her. There are obviously people like us who look at it and go, how is there not?
Yeah.
But the way that she was found makes it look like an accidental drowning. And I get it. It's these screaming for bloody murder on the 911 call that I don't get.
I don't either.
Like, even if the drowning part was accidental, her being where she was not.
No.
So I feel like that could still be looked into more.
I agree. And it could be very well be looking into it right now.
It could be somebody completely different.
It could be.
It might not be Rex, but it very likely could be.
I know.
It's the right area. Just she happened to be on the phone.
Yep.
And screwed it up. So, yeah, Shannon broke this case wide open. And we need to recognize her for that.
Yeah, definitely.
But it wasn't until 2022 when they opened up a new task force and actually went and looked at the information that they had all along.
And they had a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they started doing cell phone tower mapping, and they were finding that these calls were all happening in a highly congested area of New York City, specifically near Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan during the evening rush hour. And I think he thought because he was in a crowded public place, he was completely untraceable. But he didn't know that years later, investigators were cross referencing, they were watching him, they had
Mhm.
him under super, super tight surveillance, and he still had no idea.
And even though he didn't use his own personal phone
Yep.
for any of that, he still used his personal phone
Yes.
next to those
Yep.
phones, which helped them
Yep.
trace them to be
Yeah.
together.
Yep.
So he did screw up thinking, "Oh, I got
Yep.
this. They can't trace these phones."
Yeah. Every time a burner phone was active, his phone or his architectural firm's phone were active in the same exact geographic footprint. So he was the one obviously making the calls.
Right.
The next thing we have is the truck, the first edition green Avalanche. And as soon as forensic analysis of his computers revealed he used burner email accounts to perform thousands of disturbing searches also. But as soon as they
really disturbing.
really disturbing, like sadistic and just gross.
Yeah.
But the investigators did a search for the green Avalanche,
Mm-hmm.
and a couple people came up, but as soon as they saw where this person's Avalanche was going, they knew that that was the person, that was their guy.
Right. Well, as soon as you think about the fact that he was called an ogre,
Yep.
and then you view this man,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
there's nobody else that drives that same vehicle
No.
that could have
No.
possibly
No.
been. There's no mistaking.
Yep.
There's no mistaking. So this guy, they look him up. He's just
A normal guy.
Normal guy. He's an architect in a Manhattan office, so he has to be pretty decent
Yep.
to be able to
It's said
survive.
that he is pretty good.
Long Island resident.
Yep.
He lives in his childhood home.
He does, with his wife and his daughter and stepdaughter.
Yep. And he is 6'4" and approximately 270 pounds. So yeah,
He's a big boy.
he's a big boy. The witness described him as an ogre-like man. That is exactly what an ogre-like man.
Mm-hmm.
So the burner phones.
Yep. So
followed by
we've got him under surveillance now, and we're going to talk about DNA for a little bit.
Oh, you like DNA?
I do. I like all the science. We're going to talk about penalties and stuff and law stuff too. But anyways, do we want to say his name? Are we ready to say his name?
So the Green Avalanche belonged to a man named
Rex Heuermann.
Heuermann,
Mm-hmm.
otherwise known as Rex Heuermann.
Yeah, I got it. It was close.
Heuermann.
Anyways, Rex.
The more times we say it, the
It'll
better.
be, yeah. So
Beat it into you.
he had gotten lunch and he had gotten a pizza.
He was obsessed with pizza.
Yes. And he threw the pizza box in the garbage. Well, as you may or may not know, that if you throw something out in public, the police can pick it up.
Anybody can.
And he can. So the investigators that were tailing him took the pizza box.
Yep.
Well, guess what? We've got mitochondrial DNA from the pizza box.
It was a hair.
Yep.
A hair that he left behind on one of the victims.
Mm-hmm.
And not only his own hair.
Yeah.
His family hair.
Yep.
He left behind one of his wife's hairs.
It
on
matched
the victim.
exactly to the profile.
Now they can confirm she was not involved in any of this. Let's just be clear there. She had nothing to do with it.
Yep.
And if you watch any of the documentaries where they talk to her, not to be rude, but I believe she is absolutely clueless. I absolutely have no doubt that she was not involved.
I feel like you are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
And they eventually got a cheek swab from Rex. And this was allowed for, so there's two different kinds, I guess, of DNA. There's the mitochondrial, which narrows down a pool of people but isn't 100%. But then if you get a buccal swab, which is the cheek swab, and do nuclear DNA testing, the results are flawless. And those are the reports that they used in court, saying that it was an exact match, matching the profile also of a male hair found on Megan Waterman's body. And they later matched hairs on the body of the earlier victims, like Sandra Castillo, but also his wife. So he was messing up left and right, and he didn't even realize it.
Yeah. Like, he just thought he was so smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he definitely had that about him.
Yeah, and they do say, like, he got picked on a lot growing up
Well, can
and
you
stuff.
imagine he being as big as he is, and not, I mean, not to be mean, but looking like that, you're gonna get picked on. I mean, that's just the way society is.
Yeah, you're a big dude.
Yeah,
Big dude.
big dude. So before we go any further with Rex, I want to talk about his wife and his daughter because they play a huge part in this. His wife, well, ex-wife now, I guess.
Yeah, she did divorce him.
His
Phew.
name is Asa. Um, as soon as Rex was arrested in 2003, she filed for divorce, but has consistently maintained that she was completely unaware of her husband's actions and was just as stunned as anyone else, emphasizing several times that no one you've knowingly lived with could be a serial killer for decades.
I completely disagree with that. I think it's actually pretty easy. I think it's pretty easy to just live with somebody and not know who they are if they're a
Mm-hmm.
sociopath.
Yep. Yep. So Asa actually went to the jail
Oof.
and got confessions from Rex. He committed to the crimes also in court. He stated that most of the killings were done in the basement um, of their home. And how do you not know? I don't.
Okay, so here's the thing. I agree with not knowing that your spouse is a sociopath,
Okay.
but it's super fishy that he has this secret room
Mm-hmm.
in the basement that he doesn't allow anybody to go
Nope.
into.
Mm-mm.
You know that it's full of guns.
Oh, he made that quite. He talks about that a
Yeah.
lot. That he loved hunting. He loved guns.
Yeah, he loved all of that. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, but that's not just some excuse to have this secret room that nobody else
Well,
can go
no, of course not.
into.
No.
And if you're being that shady about it,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, you might not think that you're living with a serial killer, but you
Something's
gotta
going
think that
on.
something is wrong with this man.
Something. So also went to see him in jail. She used this tactic calling him Mr. Heuermann to create a psychological distance or wall between them.
Mm-hmm.
She is described as experiencing his confessions as a surreal realization that the man she was talking to, the man that she married, and while struggling to reconcile that identity with his serial killer identity that he confessed to be.
Oh,
They have since renovated the basement, and Asa is described as saying the renovation as a spiritual act.
okay.
So we're now tearing down and cleaning the room where my husband killed all these women.
I don't know if you heard this, but apparently she's sleeping down there at first.
Ew.
I am pretty sure that she was sleeping down there before she believed that he actually did it.
Ugh.
But even then, but
Oh, I can't.
it's so weird to me.
Yeah. So they get it all renovated. And even after his confession, her and her daughter are still talking to him by the phone. They've attended all court hearings. Um, all while saying they're going through an emotionally and painful time, often requesting for us to remain on the victims and their families. How can you say that when you're going to see him, even after he's confessed and you know what he is?
Stockholm.
I would say, yeah, hugely.
I mean, there has to be this kind of presence about him.
Oh, I would think so.
Not necessarily one that anybody would get off of him, but I do get that vibe off of her where she has probably always been a little insecure.
Well, yeah, her growing up, her childhood was crazy. I mean, basically her parents didn't want her, so she jumped around and she finally found a family that wanted her. And I think then she met Rex, and Rex was showering her with love and affection that she had never
Mhm.
felt in her life. And I know what that feeling is.
Yeah.
You feel like you're getting the right kind of love and you don't want it to go away. And then all of a sudden he says, "So what? Guess what? I'm a serial killer." And you're like, what do I do with that?
Well, I've already got you stuck on me,
Yeah, well,
so I guess this is what we do.
and then we have his daughter, Victoria, who even before Rex stated that he was guilty, she felt like he was most likely guilty.
Yeah.
But she maintains that it was a surprise after her father's arrest in 223 that she thought he was innocent. Um, she's been very candid about how hard it is to reconcile the man that she called a father with a serial killer he's confessed to being, which I can't even imagine. If my dad came to me and said, "Yes, I'm a serial killer," and that's the man you look up to, your daddy's little girl.
And then you go back to the timeline
Mm-hmm.
and find out that his first murder was while she was in the womb.
Yes.
Like Asa
Mm-hmm.
was pregnant with her
Yep. Yep.
when he murdered that first. She was in Norway
Yes.
visiting family.
Mm-hmm.
He murdered the first girl.
Yep. 3 days before he married Asa.
And then flew over there to meet with her
And they
and
got married
married
her.
her.
Yep.
And that was the start of his serial killing.
Yep. And on a lot of these family trips, he would always come after.
Yeah, and then claim that he did some updates
Yep.
to the house,
Yes.
some remodeling
Yep.
and stuff. But
But
really, he was
yeah.
murdering all of these women in the house.
Yep, he was.
So he might have been doing some remodeling, but it was really just to not get himself caught.
Correct. So I want to talk about Rex a little bit, and just so that we can give them a little bit of his history so they kind of know where he's coming, where he is, and what he is. He was born September 1963 in Massapequa Park, New York, to son Theodore, an Air Force veteran, and his mom Dolores. Acquaintances described him as a mama's boy.
I can see that about him.
Yeah. His father passed away in 1975 when Rex was 12. He graduated from high school in 1981, the year that the two unhinged pandas were born. um, and he went on to study architecture at the New York Institute of Technology. By 1987, he was working as an architect in Manhattan. He became a consultant and a troubleshooter, known for being able to navigate building codes, which gives me more proof how he was able to build his room so wonderfully. Because I'm sure it was a masterpiece.
I'm sure it was the only part of the house that actually was.
Yep. He married Asa, who was his second wife, in 1996. They continued to live in the childhood house in Massapequa with Asa's son Christopher and Rex's and Asa's son daughter. Neighbors and coworkers describe him as a quiet guy who didn't bother anyone, although he was open about his interest in hunting and guns.
Yes. And there was actually an escort who got away. And she's talked about it for years.
Yeah.
That this was the Gilgo Beach killer that I got away from. Like, they were on their date and she had somebody waiting for her because she just like something felt
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
And he starts asking her if she's heard of the Gilgo Beach. And she's like, yeah, I'm from there. And she said he just seemed to light up
Mm-hmm.
when
Yeah.
talking about it. And she just got a really bad vibe off of him. And he asked her if she wanted to take this someplace else, and she's like, no, actually I got a friend waiting for me and make sure I get home safe.
I'm glad she got out.
Yeah.
So
I wonder how many people even from 2010 until that 2022, how many people that he actually murdered that he didn't tell us about.
right.
Because
He didn't stop. I
I
can't picture him stopping.
I can't either.
Mm-mm.
So how many
I don't know.
people did he possibly murder because that one cop?
It could be in the hundreds.
Yeah, you just
I
don't
don't
know.
know. So he starts living this double life, right?
Yep.
His killing spans from 1993 to 2010 that we know of.
That we know of,
Yes.
that he's admitted to.
Yes. He killed all sex workers who were strangled and dismembered, then disposed of in Long Island, the woods of Manorville, and of course along Ocean Parkway. He has confessed. This just makes me ooky. He has
Ookie.
confessed. That should be a word of the week. Ookie.
Ookie.
He's confessed to killing at least one victim in his own bed,
Ugh.
and he killed several women in the basement. He was finally arrested in 2023 because of the pizza crust and of the car.
Shout out to that task force.
Yeah.
For getting that pizza.
Huge shout out to the task force.
And everybody,
yep,
beware, because our DNA
is every fucking where.
Is everywhere. And pizza obsession is real, okay?
Okay, of course it is. Let's be honest.
Of course it is.
And
can I just say that Sir Rummagington and Lady Dumpsterly
are here.
They also like to get pizza crust out of the dumpster.
Oh, of course they do. It's their favorite.
But they eat it.
They eat it.
They're not checking your DNA.
They're not bad dumpster pandas. They're good dumpster pandas. I lost my pen. Oh no, there it is. So as we start getting into exactly what's going to happen to Rex, because he's obviously going to jail for a very long time.
Yes. And we don't even have all of his victims yet.
No, we don't. No. I am trying to find my. We need to talk about a couple things. Well, one thing here.
We need to talk about her organization of her note skills.
I try.
I don't know what's happening here.
Okay, but we need to talk about the blueprint.
Okay, talk about the blueprint.
Okay, I'm going to. So when they were doing forensic looking, they of course took his computer.
Yes.
And they recovered a deleted. Hello.
That makes more sense.
Microsoft Word file that had found in a hard drive in his basement labeled HK2002-2004. And it has become one of the most damning pieces of evidence for the entire case. The blueprint is essentially a methodical step-by-step workbook for his crimes.
Yeah.
It describes a list of obstacles he identified, such as DNA evidence and bloodstains, supplies, a checklist of tools he needed, like a heavy rope for neck strangulation.
Thank
you. Saws for dismemberment, and specific cleaning products to destroy evidence. There was a catalog of dump sites, and there was a dedicated section of potential victims, including notes on them and their disappearances. And as the paper continued, there were specific what he's calling lessons in the documented.
Okay.
That highlighted like just his cold calculating nature. Like there's a section called things to remember, and it's basically what I need to do to improve for the next time.
Wow.
Refining the process, hit harder, use a heavy rope, limit the noise, maximize his playtime with his victims.
Maximize his play time.
Yes. A recon list that tracked the location of surveillance cameras along the major routes like the Long Island Expressway and Southern State Parkway, proving that he was actively planning how to avoid detection, which gives you. I just lost my word. I'll get there. It'll come back to me.
Okay. So call me back.
Yeah.
So call me back.
He also sorry.
We both went dead silent
I know.
because I'm watching her.
I know. He also read the Mindhunter book.
Oh yeah.
Which is amazing, and it's bad, but you should really read it.
Yeah, if you haven't.
Yeah, you should read it.
If you're too lazy to read it, Netflix series.
Yep.
Netflix series
Nice,
is really good.
Yep.
Really good.
So I mean, he was using the burner phones to arrange meetings. But yeah, the blueprint, I would say the blueprint, the pizza crust, and the car were the most damning evidence that they have towards him for his arrest and for his indictments.
And
premeditation, there it is. Told you I'd get there.
Now, if you've all forgotten what she's talking about by now,
Probably.
no.
There's just the thing I like about this case is like there's a lot of stuff on the murders and stuff, but it's helping me learn about the legal side a little bit because I'm really enjoying learning that. And I feel like, especially with this case, because of the way he got sentenced, it's going to help to break it down a little bit. So
she learned all
I did.
about that.
So this motherfucker takes a fucking plea deal.
Yeah.
Which I don't think in this case was okay, but I digress. So he has now admitted to murdering. Oh, they're going to go by last names. Great. Bartholomew, Waterman, Castillo, Brainerd Barnes, Taylor, and Mack. He also made formal admission of guilt for the 8th murder of Karen Vergata, effectively closing the case. So he gets sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences without parole, followed by 4 consecutive terms of 25 years to life, ensuring that he will never, ever, ever, ever see the light of day. The part of his plea plan that I love is that he has a non-negotiable part of the deal where he is legally required to sit with the FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit.
BAU.
The BAU. So if you watch Criminal Minds, that shit.
He's legally obligated.
If he does not do it, he will get another sentence.
He's legally obligated.
You can kiss my ass. I don't have an ass, but seriously, bite me. So, yes, it's mandated. And they're coming at it from like a academic and scientific exercise.
Like a Mindhunter.
Right. So that they can figure out what's going on. They're using the blueprint. They're trying to see if they can get more information out of him as to if there is more bodies out there. So they really aren't looking for a confession. They're looking for the gaps and to understand why those gaps are there.
And if there really aren't gaps, hopefully they'll come across that too. And so they're not looking for him to confess, but they are looking to hopefully figure it out.
So the charges that he received, and now these kind of charges I'm finding are different in every state. I thought that it was kind of like a whole just kind of cloud over everything, but apparently not.
Okay.
Yeah. So he received first-degree murder counts for 3 of the women, which is basically life with imprisonment without parole. And first degree, you have to have intent.
Okay.
It has to be pre-planned. So obviously he was pre-planning these murders.
Obviously.
Yes. There was a 100-year add-on for 4 second-degree murder counts for the other women. And those ensure that he will never, ever be out. So he's definitely in prison for a very, very long time. I don't believe we'll ever see him out um again.
I feel like this is one of those situations where they wouldn't even let him out if it was some kind of hospital thing.
No, I don't think so. And I don't think they'll ever they're doing a lot of commuting of life parole to or life without parole to life with parole because the Supreme Court is changing rulings.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't ever foresee them changing that in this search and situation. But you never know. But I don't think so. He's got like 900 years in jail. If I mean more than that.
Even if they were to somehow knock any of that off,
He's still not
he's
going
still
anywhere.
not going anywhere.
Right.
And can we just talk about the fact that they basically solved this case after all this time from pizza crust?
Mhm. I know.
Pizza crust.
Pizza crust.
And I just wonder all these old cases that we couldn't solve because we got no DNA or anything. If we would have just saved all of the pizza crust boxes from
I mean, you could lick a Fruit Loop and throw it on the ground, and they could be looking for and be like, "Hey, we found her because of a Fruit Loop."
Yeah.
That would be appropriate for me for them to find a Fruit Loop.
Yeah. We found one because she is one.
Yeah. Do do we want to talk about the documentary and some of the fallout from that?
How much money they got paid?
So, if you haven't watched it, there's a I don't remember the name of it, Gilgo Beach.
It's on Peacock.
Yeah, it's on Peacock. That included Asa, the daughter. Her son was in it a little bit.
A little bit.
Their psychologist.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did an interview with Rex they didn't show Rex, but they did phone conversations with him. And it was just a lot of them asking questions, but there's reports that they received up to 7 figures to do to do it.
Yeah, to do the documentary.
Yep. And there's actually been a lot of fallout from it. Payments triggered specific backlash from the family's victims, which I would too.
Yep.
And it led New York lawmakers to propose amendments to the state Son of Sam law. These proposed bills aim to prevent family members or ex-spouses or defendants from profiting of crimes by requiring notification to the state's Office of Victim Laws. The payments cannot exceed $10,000. And son of victim Valerie Mack, Benjamin Torres, is actually filing a wrongful death suit against Asa, Victoria, and Rex, targeting the money that they were reportedly given.
Wow.
Yep.
Like, here's the thing that's tough, though. The family is a victim, too. I mean, look.
Linda.
Listen, Linda.
Karen.
I don't think that they should be profiting off of it. But do I think it's nice that now that she's got cancer, she's got some money to help pay for that? And since her husband is a serial killer?
Well, and as fans of true crime, you want to know what the family's thinking. So I'm all for doing a documentary and letting me know what's going on. However, getting 7 figures to do that, that's a little excessive in my opinion.
It is absolutely.
It's too much.
I don't know how I feel about them being personally sued. But I feel like as that family, you get all that money, you should have willingly just said, "Hey, I actually need this to help pay for my bills, but I believe that the victims deserve it, and let's find a way to share this.
That's
Something.
I agree. Some of it should have gone to the victims.
Like, I get it, she needs it.
Yeah.
And she didn't murder these people.
No, she didn't.
But it's still your husband is responsible, and you're the one getting money instead of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I get it. She needs it, but also fucking give some to them.
I mean, some of those families have been waiting decades for answers, and they finally just got them. And I'm not saying that money makes everything better, but give them something.
Something, because they can't get their family member back.
Nope.
And honestly, I know that the wife had nothing to do with it, but her DNA was found on one of the victims. If I was the family, I could be trying to use that against you, lady.
Oh,
you
totally.
know? Like, I'm not saying anybody should.
Right.
It's known that she has nothing to do with it. But I just feel like they could so easily try to use some of that information.
Oh, they could, definitely.
Just to get money from her.
They definitely could. I agree.
So, just kind of try to avoid any more of that.
Yeah.
Like, your husband already put you and everybody else through all this. Like, let's just share the love.
And you're still going through it because I feel like she's putting herself in that situation. She's still talking to him. She's still wanting to, and I understand wanting to know the why. But with most serial killers, we never get the why.
Yeah.
So stop talking to him. Let him rot in fucking jail where he belongs. You're not married to him. Fuck him.
You divorced him, like, fuck it. They even moved out of that house, I think.
They did. I think they moved to like South Carolina or something like that.
So they don't have the house. They don't need to keep talking to him.
No. And you wonder what is actually pushing her to continue talking to him. Is it the why, or is it because this is still the man that I love and I'm still trying to figure out if he really did all this?
I think she knows now that because he has admitted it to her.
Yep.
And I don't know what kind of contact they still have.
I don't know
like
either.
The recent stuff that we've seen, like, a lot's happened recently.
Yep.
So I don't know if she's still talking. I know that she divorced him.
Yep.
But you have to think, even when somebody abuses their spouse, that spouse still loves them.
Of course they do.
Like, you've had all this time with them. You've grown. You've grown with that person. So she still loves him. She still loves the person that she thought he was.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, being that police officer, though?
No.
To be the one to get that that case-winning DNA crust.
And they did it quickly too. It wasn't like they were wasting time. Like, they found the DNA, they got it, he was arrested.
Yeah. Like, as soon as that task force was formed in 2022,
he was done.
Yeah, by 2023, they were arresting him.
Yep.
And the only reason it took that long is because they wanted to make sure that they had everything.
They wanted an airtight case.
Yeah, they wanted it in a bow.
They had it.
And it's so crazy to me to think that a serial killer could even get away with it today.
I know.
So you wonder, did he actually stop in 2010, knowing how good DNA and stuff was getting?
But I think he was reading and trying to get around it.
I think so too. I mean, I don't know that he killed anybody else.
My guess is yes, though.
But how would you have just stopped for 13 years?
Most serial killers statistically do not do that. Once they have the urge, they have to fill that urge.
So the thing that gets me, though, is if he did, why not admit to that?
Right.
Because you've admitted to all these other ones. You've
Well,
admitted to the ones that the DNA would be harder on.
mhm.
So
Because at the end of the day, he's still playing a game. He feels like he's still in charge. I mean, with the BAU coming in to do the interviews, he's somewhat in charge.
he's still the genius
He's
that they
yes.
want to that the BAU wants to study.
But they don't realize that at the same time he's playing them, they're playing him.
Oh, it's definitely a vicious circle. Just like when you watch Criminal Minds sometimes,
Mhm.
you're not sure who's playing who.
I know.
You get spun in
Uh-huh.
circles so easily watching
Yep.
that show.
Yep. But
And
it's
I
so
feel like
good.
it's gotta be like that in real life.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like that's how you feel just listening to me talk sometimes.
Sometimes, and I feel like that's the same with me with you. Although
Just different reasons.
different reasons. Yeah. There's that.
I have no idea what you're saying because the words aren't even real words.
I have lots of word salad.
And you have no idea what I'm saying because you have no idea what I'm
No.
saying.
But somehow it works. I don't know why, but it does. And that's not like there's no why to our friendship. It just is.
I mean, there's a lot of whys.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
but why?
yeah, why? Because they make your life so hard. Oh yes, I am just terrible.
Well, you
Good.
don't make it soft.
Well, I don't.
Uh,
That would just be boring if we had a soft friendship.
real quick, if you haven't seen our Facebook post
Yay!
on our shirts,
We have shirts, guys.
we have shirts. I've had a few people ask me where they can get one. So go comment on that post if you want to get some shirts.
They're fabulous.
They're fabulous, and we will order if we see that there's interest.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I think it's cool.
It's definitely cool. So, how? I mean, how did we get here?
I'm excited we did our first serial killer because it's making me really amped for the next one.
She's pretty.
But I mean, our next episode is a missing person.
Yes, still missing, right?
Yep, still missing.
So a missing person that's still missing and has been.
But make sure you tune in for episode 10 because we're both gonna be here, but I'm gonna take you on a little journey.
Yes, it's going to be a kissy special.
Yes, I'm very excited. I have lots of research already, and I don't feel like I'm done yet.
I don't feel like you'll ever be done. I feel like even when you think you have all the information you could possibly have, you find more.
Yeah, or I think of something.
Yeah, I mean, even like with this case,
yeah,
we could probably have done like 5 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much information, and there's so much information about even all of these girls.
Yes.
The fact that the case went basically not even worked on for so many years because of their job. But there's so much information on these women
There is.
about who they actually were. Given bento treats.
Apparently, I didn't think my hands were that strong.
Kristen's got anxiety fingers, and she is breaking her pen.
And it's a good pen too.
Well, the pen's fine. You just can't hold it on your pocket or on your pocket protector.
I don't have a pocket protector.
You don't have a pocket either.
I have a ruler though.
I don't know what that has to do with the pocket.
But back to the girls. I just want to make, there's not a lot we can do to memorial them, but I just want to say from a personal standpoint for me and Lit that, our hearts and thoughts go out to their families and everything that they're going through and that their losses, and that we hope we did a little bit of help getting their stories out there. And
and not just the ones that he confessed to,
but all of them.
But all of them that have been found in that area, all sex workers who cases don't get taken
Yep.
seriously because of their line of work. Anybody whose case doesn't get taken
Anybody,
seriously
yeah.
for any reason, because
Yep.
sometimes it's a issue with that particular law enforcement.
Right, exactly.
Like on this case, there was a big issue with one
Yeah.
particular law enforcement.
Who really just messed up the whole thing.
Yeah, and sometimes it's because they aren't doing their job. Sometimes it's because they're intentionally not doing their job because they're trying to get away with shit.
I think he didn't do it because it would come back to him that he was getting sex workers.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why he did that.
And you know, sometimes there's incompetence just because people don't
Right.
know what they don't know.
Right. Yep.
We don't know what we don't know.
No.
So if it's your first murder investigation, you know, you're learning too.
Yes, you are.
So I know that there's a lot of cases like that. Like JonBenet Ramsey.
Yes.
That case was fucked up right from the start because nobody knew what they were doing.
Nobody knew what they were doing.
Menendez.
Oh, jeez.
Nobody knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Those kids would have been taken in immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's another episode.
That shit doesn't happen there.
No.
That community was safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be. You know, the thing about the Menendez brothers, there's a lot of strong feelings.
Very strong.
One way or the other.
Yep.
And whether or not you believe that these two men did it in complete cold blood,
Mm-hmm.
They were still just young men.
They were.
And there seems to be plenty of information to show that their father was not good to them.
How old were they when they were convicted? Do you remember? Were they under
when they
18?
were convicted, I think it was like 19 and 22.
Okay, because the Supreme Court has just passed something saying that a child under the age of 18 that was convicted and then given the indictment or given the sentence of life without parole, they can come back and reverse it to life with parole, because the Supreme Court is basically saying it's not okay to do that to a juvenile.
I think that part did happen for them.
And that is I learned that from the show I'm watching, Killer Kids. If you want to know about that more, watch that. It's on Hulu, Killer Kids.
Killer Kids.
Yeah. I think there should be a series or a few episodes where we just cover.
If you happen to be a parent with some creepy attitude gigs in your house, maybe don't watch it.
So I shouldn't watch it with Hannah? Although I think she could be a good guest on that show.
I don't think Hannah would be a killer kid.
No.
I think she would take on a killer kid.
Oh, she would take on anybody who goes after anybody she loves.
Yeah, I mean, if your child is one of those where they sit in a corner and make grunting noises and just look at you evil-like, maybe don't watch the show around them.
She doesn't do that, though.
No, but now I'm picturing her doing that anyway.
As am I, yeah. Yeah, Hannah's going through some stuff right now. She's at that age. So Gabriel has not come into it yet. I'm super excited about that. Yay.
Yeah, she's
special right now.
It's like mom and daughter are going through it at the same time.
It is exactly what it is. And her and I have said that, you know, I'm going through perimenopause. She's going through her body changing. She's 11. It's starting. So yeah, we're going through it together, which is kind of funny, you know. And poor Gabriel, he's just, Mom, I said, just take it as it comes. If she's in a bad mood, just stay away from her. If she's ready to be lovey and wants you close, take it. Because you don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 seconds.
Yeah, you never know.
So
you never know.
So how do you feel we did with the coverage of our Gilgo Beach murders? Our first serial killer.
Are you asking me?
Well, I'm not asking the wall.
I mean, you could be asking the listeners to
I'm
comment.
asking both of you. You
Oh,
comment,
so
and then listeners,
she wants to know from me and from you.
I want to know from everybody, from all the everybody's.
I think that we'll only get better as we go.
Yep.
Like, I also feel like we're going to keep getting more information on this guy.
Oh, definitely.
You know, it's really didn't open up until 2010, but it goes back to 2003.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 2026, and he literally just got sentenced.
June 17th, he's got sentenced.
Just got sentenced. So with the deal that he made, I can see there being all sorts of new information that we hear about.
Yes, I agree. Yep.
So, I mean, I think we did pretty good for our first one, but I think
We'll get better.
we'll get better. We'll be able to get more details in a
Yes.
shorter amount of time, I
Yep.
think.
Yep.
What about you?
I think we did good. I mean, I think we there's so much information with this case. And it's you don't want to pick and choose, but you kind of pick and choose and go, okay, this is relevant. This is going to tie in because you go back so far. I mean, the first murder was in 93. You pull all that
Yeah.
up, and then you've got another set of information.
And some of the victims that are talked about in the case aren't his victims.
Mm-hmm.
Some maybe are, but we don't
Yeah.
know. And there's a whole like 13 years
Mm-hmm.
or 12, I guess, because really they started following him
in
2022. So there's that whole 12 years where we have nothing.
Yeah, we don't know what he was doing.
And he should have been locked up that whole time because
completely.
they had him.
Mm-hmm.
They had everything they needed.
Yep. To get him.
Yep. To find him.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think for the information and lack of information at the same time that is out there,
I think yeah.
And there's weirdly, like, I had never heard of this until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Probably because of the new task force.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm watching all these shows about it, I'm like, how have I not heard about this?
Right, exactly.
Because you hadn't heard about it either.
Nope.
And
it's a huge case.
For it to be as, like, I know that in that part of the country, everybody knew about it.
Right.
But you would think that there's a current serial killer out there that the whole country would know about.
Well, I mean, I've read statistics that say that there's at least 35 to 40 serial killers active that we don't know about.
Wow.
That's a big number when you think about it. And I don't even think that includes the long range drivers that do the truck hauling.
Oh.
And they have their own database.
Oh.
I learned that from Criminal Minds. Probably from Derek Shepard. Shamar Moore.
I feel like I now know why you're not a long range trucker.
Why?
Because you'd be too obvious and you'd get caught.
Probably. My patience these days is gone.
I know you said patience, but I heard paycheck.
I know, and my filter is also, I don't know where that went.
I don't know that you ever really had it. I think it was just somebody suppressed it from you. And now it's not being suppressed on top of being vomited out at the same time. Okay, so we're just rambling now. I know. Now it's just rambling. Okay. So let us know what you think.
Leave us comments. We love comments.
If you have any ideas on topics you want us to discuss, let us know in the comments. And again, the shirts, if you're interested, let us know. And I guess that's it.
Until
we will see you next Tuesday.
Stay trashy.
Stay trashy.